YouTube, what is up, boys? This is your boy Grant, back with another video. Got the F10 behind me today, and for all of my followers that have been on the channel for a while, you guys probably, I think I mentioned it, at least in the comments before, I've been chasing a slight vibration, and we're gonna try to see if we can address that today. I tried swapping out wheels, did nothing, the vibration was still there, so I'm thinking it's time to replace the Guibo, and hopefully I'm saying that right. But the Guibo is the bushing between the drive shaft and the differential, and we're gonna get that knocked out. So we're gonna jump into this real quick. But before we do, if this is your first time to the channel, make sure that you guys like and subscribe. I want to keep bringing content like this for you guys, as well as I have lots of plans for this car. If you guys want to see some of those plans, like I'm considering doing a custom turbo build, things of that nature. The only way that's going to happen is if we can get this channel to grow. So make sure that you're a subscriber to the channel. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Put comments down below. Let me know what you guys want to see, and we will try to see if we can't bring that information or bring those upgrades and modifications to you guys. But let's get ready to jump into this, and I'll show you kind of where we're at right now. Okay, so it's a nice Sunday out. I think the high today is like 72, so definitely good time to work. But as you guys can kind of see from underneath the car, we've already started pulling stuff apart. I've got the exhaust out, so we'll kind of give you a quick look at that real quick. So we have had to pull the exhaust out, and for those that don't know, this is a little something I'm working on, and electric cutouts. So that's one that we've got just right now fabbed in. Just kind of had it tack welded up, and I actually ended up breaking the tack welds when I pulled it out. But there's the exhaust being pulled out. So that actually, of course, goes all the way to the downpipe, and I apologize for the wind, y'all. But we've dropped the shield that actually is around the exhaust, and I'm not sure how well you guys can see underneath there, but we'll get you guys a better look at how my Guibo looks right now, and then we'll see about trying to get that one taken out. Okay, guys, well, as you guys know, I wish I had a lift, but I don't, like most of you guys. But so, of course, there's our catless downpipe there. As we can see, the exhaust has been removed. So that's what should be above us right now. And then that's actually going to take us back here to the drive shaft in the Guibo. So I'm not sure how well this is showing up. It doesn't look too good on the camera. So I'm going to grab some lights real quick and see if we can kind of give you an idea of kind of what kind of condition my Guibo's in. Okay, and just another quick look from the other end of the car. So now we're under the differential side. This is actually, it's an E12 socket is what we're gonna need for the torque spits. And then the normal socket on this side, I believe, is an 18 millimeter. So let's double check that. And it's gonna be difficult to get on from that side. So it looks like about an 18. I'm gonna check a 17 just to make sure, but I believe that's gonna be an 18 there. So we're going to try to start getting those worked off, and I'll try to see if I can get it on camera. Not 100% sure, like I said, because of the tightness here of underneath the car, as well as I have a leg on my tripod that broke. So we'll see. Yeah, easy to break loose from this side. And you will end up having to put the car in neutral to rotate the differential. There we go. All right, once you get it broken there, it'll kind of, you can get it to start rotating easily. But it's really just about getting it down and getting it to break loose. This would probably be a good place for a breaker bar too, because these are on here pretty tight. I'll probably get up here in a second and grab my breaker bar, because yeah, I could use the leverage, and I don't want to round off these Torx bolts. So let me grab that real quick. Well, actually, knock this one out first. So So yeah, not a horrible job, guys. Just takes a little bit of time. Kind of the longest process. Well, we'll see. We're not done with it yet, but it kind of seems like one of the longer processes is going to be just removing all of the undercoating and things like that, the different things here. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep these nuts. What I do is as I take this out, I'm going to actually take the nut that went with that bolt, and that may not be necessary, but this is all balanced. So of course, just out of precaution here, I'm just gonna try to keep those nuts and bolts together. Again, probably not necessary, but it's easy, something easy to do, so why not? Okay, so we got this one coming off. Okay, so at this point here, we've got 3 of these almost removed. Like I said, just like that, does not take long. And now we're gonna get in the car and just put the car in the neutral so we can rotate the drive shaft and get to the other 3, and then we'll be back at it. Okay, got the car started, got the drive shaft rotated, and when I say that exhaust is loud, oh Lord, is it loud. Okay, so I've got my breaker bar here, but it is such a big breaker bar that I'm probably gonna try to do this again without throwing it on. So we're gonna give it a shot first. Okay. Got that E-Torx moving. One of the most important things, of course, is to try to keep that socket flat as possible on this nut, not on the nut, but on this bolt, because you don't want to, not trying to strip those threads. So, but yeah, there we go. We got both of those coming off. Now we only have the 18 millimeter socket remaining. And one of the things that we're going to do before we remove that is we're going to mark the position that this Guibo's in. And that's just because, again, like we said in the previously, that this whole drive shaft differential combo is all balanced. So we want to try to maintain that balance if at all possible. So we're going to put the new Guibo in the exact same position that the old one came out of, in other words. So that's going to be our goal. And again, I'm going to jump on this real quick and rotate it first, kind of break it free. There we go. So that's moving. So, funny enough, I have my ratchet over here, my impact to start hitting this, but it's not that difficult to do. So I'm just gonna do it by hand. Really not that bad of a repair, guys. So there we go. So all 6 bolts are now free. Again, I'm gonna see if I can grab something to just mark this, and then we can try to make sure we put the new Guibo in the same exact position. Okay, and I'm not sure how well this is gonna pick up on camera, but I don't have any grease pins, but I have a tile pin from doing tile in the past. So I'm just went ahead and marked this Guibo as well as the flange that it was connected to right there using that little tile pin. And now I'm gonna remove that bolt. So now again, kind of size up the new Guibo, make sure that it's going in the exact same location. And so as you guys can see with the metal inserts and things of that nature, this Guibo doesn't really want to break free right now. All the bolts have been removed, but it's not coming out, okay? So we can kind of play with it a little bit, but I don't think we're gonna get much movement, and I don't really want to get to tapping or hammering on the differential or the differential or the drive shaft. So the way that I would look at this, the easiest thing to do would again be to loosen that carrier bracket and allow that drive shaft to adjust some. So I'm gonna get that done real quick. It's only 2 bolts that hold that. It definitely a lot faster to knock it out that way. Okay, we've just rotated sides real quick, and I'm really hoping this is showing up really good for you guys so you guys can see. But I'm just gonna use this is a 14mm socket, so we're just gonna get on here, get that to break loose. And I'm actually gonna leave that in a little bit on these bolts. Not taking them completely out yet. Well, this one came out here, so we're gonna see how we're, okay, so we've got one out, one still in. And again, we're just trying to break some tension here on, so we can rotate back over here so you can see. I'm not sure you can see that here, but we're just trying to break some tension here to get this to back up a little bit so we can get that, the Guibo out. And that really did it, just like that. So again, just taking that one bolt out allowed us to back it up enough to get the Guibo out. I'm just gonna kind of set that back in place. And here we go. So we're gonna go and take a look at this. Okay, fellas. So this is the Guibo we just pulled out of the car. And like, again, it's just, we can just kind of see the dry rot. We can see the tears in this Guibo. And again, I'm hoping I'm saying this name correctly, but that's what I call it. So if y'all don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Again, tears on this side. So it's just dry. It's kind of like I said, dry rotted and torn in different places. This of course is the new Guibo. Purchased this from FCP Euro. Throw that box out of the way. Sorry, it's really windy out here, guys. So that's why you see things just kind of flying around. But there's our new unit. So what I am planning to do here, and this again is just my plans because I want to make sure that everything is balanced out the correct way. So I'm looking for my mark, which it's right there. This is where I marked this unit previously. Okay. And I can see from this unit, you can see the wording and things like that that's on it. This replacement Guibo should have, yep, it's got the same wording, everything in the same places. So you can see the lettering here, that lettering is right here as well too. So again, not sure if this is 100% necessary, but as you can see from looking at it, it's actually, there's recesses in different places. I'm trying to make sure those same recesses are going the same direction, that the unit is facing the same direction. And I'm just gonna go ahead and mount this back in the car, reverse of how we took it out. Okay, so it's extremely windy day out here, so I decided to go ahead and do a voiceover in this section. So before I'm throwing the Guibo back into the car, I pulled out that tile pin and I'm going to mark this unit in the exact same location. This is just going to help me make sure that I mount it on the exact same flange in the exact same part of that Guibo when I actually put this new unit back in the car. Okay, guys. So I've got the new Guibo put in place. Again, just marked it right back where I had lined up the other one and pulled it out. So basically all I had to do was just pull back on the drive shaft, slide the Guibo in place, and then there's going to be a little bitty insets that this Guibo is going to actually sit into on the flanges, and then I just ran the bolts in. These bolts are not in tight yet. I still have to bolt up that one bolt that came out of the drive shaft and then tighten it down, and then I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up. But I won't bore you guys too much with putting all this back together, but we'll just get that done real quick off camera. Okay, now I need to get this drive shaft rotated so we can get to those next 3 bolts. So I'm going to give you guys a real quick clip of how insanely loud this is. Again, the exhaust has been removed, so we are just basically at the catless downpipe. It's just straight out. So this is going to be loud. So give me just a second, guys. I've got to put it neutral so that I could rotate this. And so just a second. Okay, so apparently that was so loud it shut the camera off. But yeah, believe me, it was loud. So that's it, man. We've got the drive shaft, everything bolted in. I mean, the drive shaft has been tightened up at the carrier bearing. The Guibo has been tightened to the flanges, both the drive shaft flange as well as the differential flange. Now we're just going to go ahead and put our heat shields back in, and then we'll work on putting the exhaust back in. But we should be good to go. I'm hoping that this is going to alleviate the vibration issue. However, I do know that those differential bushings do not look good as well too. So I will be getting those differential bushings soon, but that will be for another video. Okay, boys. So it's still windy out here, but we've got the car back together. You can see under here, our exhaust, everything is all buttoned back up. Everything's all nice and tight. As you can see, we still have the one cutout. Probably going to be working tomorrow on getting that second cutout installed. But there we go. That's another job well done. Really difficulty on this job, really not bad, man. I would probably rate this maybe a 3, just having the right tools and being able to get the car up in the air. So that's it, guys. Another job well done. Again, if this is your first time to the channel, make sure you guys are liking, make sure you like and subscribe. I want to keep this content coming for you guys. I actually have some more stuff I'm going to jump on here in a minute to start creating the next video. That'll probably be our ethanol sensor install. So I'm probably going to start working on that, as well as the finishing up the electric cutouts, and so get you guys a video for that too. So make sure you got the bell turned on, notifications, so you can see this this new content. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Everyone be safe. We'll catch you next time.